Hello once again, welcome to example 4 on the rationalization of said that I started with you in the previous videos. In the previous videos, we started learning about rationalization of said where you have a given fraction in which the denominator contains two terms and you are being asked to rationalize or simplify. That is what we started looking at in the previous videos, and we've done a detailed explanation on it, and also we've solved some examples on it as well in the previous videos, and I hope you understood it and you enjoyed the lesson as well. So this is a continuation to solve another example with you so that you get a perfect understanding of it. So this is example 4. As you can see from the board, I've written example 4. So it means we've already done example 1, 2, and 3 in the previous videos. Okay, so I will advise that you do well to watch the previous videos because the previous videos lays the foundation. Okay, so the basic knowledge and understanding that you need about this kind of questions. Okay, I've done all those explanations in the previous videos. This is just a continuation to solve another example with you so that you get a perfect understanding of it. So do well to watch the previous videos so that you can get a good foundation to be able to handle this session as well. And please don't forget to like the videos and also share them after watching. And if you are watching for the first time, please do well to follow the page as well. Let's go ahead and handle the example 4 that I have on the board. So example 4, it says simplify 2 plus root 3 all over root 3 minus 1. Okay, so we are being asked to simplify this. Okay, and we've learned from the previous videos that the only way to be able to simplify this is to rationalize it. Okay, so we are going to go through the same process to be able to simplify this one. So let me write my solution down and let's do it together. Okay, so I have my solution here, so I'm going to repeat the question given. Okay, so I have 2 plus root 3 all over root 3 minus 1. Okay, so we are being asked to simplify this one. Okay, and I've explained that the only way to be able to simplify this is to rationalize it. Okay, for us to rationalize this, we are going to find the conjugate of the denominator. Okay, so we are going to use the conjugate of the denominator that we have here to multiply both the numerator and the denominator of the same fraction. Okay, so that's what you are going to do. And the conjugate of the denominator is going to be root 3 plus 1. I hope you understand that, okay, and you agree with me because we've explained this in the previous videos. Okay, so let me just do a quick recap on what the conjugate means. Okay, so the conjugate of the denominator simply means that you are going to repeat what is at the denominator, but the sign it has in between them, you change it to the opposite. Okay, so this is root 3 minus 1. You can see that the sign in between them is negative. So to get the conjugate of it, you are going to repeat the same thing and change the sign to the opposite. Okay, so to get the conjugate of this is going to be root 3 plus 1. We change the negative to positive. Okay, so that is how to get the conjugate. Okay, so if here was to be positive, we would have changed it to negative. Okay, I hope you agree with me up to this point. Okay, so now the conjugate of this root 3 minus 1 is going to be root 3 plus 1. I hope you agree with me up to this point. So we are going to use that conjugate to multiply both the numerator and the denominator of the same fraction. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so it's going to be the 2 plus root 3 all over root 3 minus 1 times root 3 plus 1 all over root 3 plus 1. Okay, as I said that we are going to use the conjugate of the denominator to multiply both the numerator and the denominator of that same fraction. Okay, and the conjugate for this root 3 minus 1 is the root 3 plus 1. You can see that we are using the root 3 plus 1 to multiply the numerator of this fraction, and we are using the same root 3 plus 1 to multiply the denominator of the same fraction. Okay, so that is how to rationalize it. Okay, so let's go ahead and simplify further. And how to simplify further is to multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators as well. So let's go ahead and do it together. Okay, so I'm going to have 2 plus root 3 multiplying root 3 plus 1. Okay, you put it into bracket, okay, because the bracket means they are multiplying. Okay, so all over, then the denominator also is going to be root 3 minus 1 multiplying root 3 plus 1. Okay, I hope you agree with me up to this point. Okay, now from here what we have to do is to just open our bracket, and how to open the bracket is to apply the multiplication of two binomial principles here. Okay, so how to do that is to maintain the last bracket, then each term in the first bracket will multiply the last bracket. Okay, that is how you handle it. Okay, so let's go ahead and simplify further. So when I take these two, the 2 here, it will multiply the last bracket, which is root 3 plus 1. Okay, I hope you agree with me. Then we'll take the plus root 3 also, it will multiply the last bracket, which is root 3 plus 1. Okay, so that's how you handle it. Okay, all over, then the denominator also, we are going to apply the same principle to expand the denominator, okay, or remove the bracket. Okay, so we are going to maintain the last bracket, then each term in the first bracket is going to multiply the last bracket. So when I take this root 3, it will multiply the last bracket, then I'll take this negative 1 also, it will multiply the last bracket. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so when I take the root 3 here, it will multiply the last bracket, which is root 3 plus 1. Then I'll take this negative 1 also, it will multiply the last bracket, which is root 3 plus 1. Okay, so that is how to go about it. Let's go ahead and simplify further. Now we are going to open our bracket. Okay, so the 2 here will open its bracket, the root 3 here also will open its bracket. Then when we come to the denominator also, the root 3 here will open its bracket, and the minus 1 here will also open its bracket. So let's go ahead. So 2 times this root 3, it gives 2 root 3. I hope you agree with me. Okay, let us continue from this side. So 2 times root 3, it gives 2 root 3, and 2 times positive 1, it gives positive 2. Okay, then this root 3 will also open its bracket by multiplying each term in the bracket. So root 3 times root 3, it will give plus root 3 all squared. Okay, or you can make it root 9. Okay, so either you write root 9 or root 3 all squared is the same thing. Then root 3 times positive 1, it will give positive root 3 all over. Okay, then the denominator also, we open our bracket. How we open the bracket is to use the terms outside the bracket to multiply each term in the bracket. So this root 3 will multiply each term in the bracket, and this minus 1 will also multiply each term in the bracket, just as we did with the numerator. So let's go ahead and simplify. So root 3 times root 3, it will give root 3 all squared. Okay, or you can make it root 9. Okay, the same thing. And root 3 times this positive 1, it will give positive root 3. I hope you agree with me and you understand. Then the minus 1 will also open its bracket by multiplying each term in the bracket. So minus 1 times root 3 gives minus root 3, and minus 1 times positive 1 gives negative 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and simplify further. Okay, this power 2 will cancel the square root sign away, and the power 2 here will also cancel the square root sign away. So let's repeat what we have left. So I have 2 root 3 plus 2 plus what I have left here is 3, then plus root 3 all over. Then the denominator also, what I have left here is 3 plus root 3, minus root 3 minus 1. I hope you agree with me. From here, we group like terms. Okay, so we are going to group like terms at the numerator, then we group like terms at the denominator as well. So when I take my 2 root 3, what will join it is the plus root 3, then followed by plus 2, then plus 3, all over. Then the denominator also will group like terms. Okay, so when I take the 3, what to join it is the minus 1. Okay, so 3 minus 1 plus root 3 minus root 3. Okay, let's go ahead and simplify further. I hope I can continue from this side, so I want to continue from this side. So now 2 root 3 plus root 3, it gives 3 root 3. I hope you agree with me. We've done addition and subtraction of set. Okay, so we are applying that knowledge here. Okay, so 2 root 3 plus root 3, it gives 3 root 3. So I'm going to get 3 root 3. Okay, I'm continuing from this side. Okay, so I'm going to get 3 root 3 plus 2 plus 3 gives 5. Okay, all over. Then the denominator also we simplify. Okay, so 3 minus 1 gives 2. Okay, and this is positive root 3 and this is negative root 3, so it will be 0 because they will cancel away. Okay, positive root 3 minus root 3, it will be left with 0, so we are left with only 2 at the denominator. Okay, so let me write my 2 here like this. Okay, so this is your final answer for simplifying the question that we have on the board. Okay, or you can go ahead and write it as 3 root 3 all over 2 plus 5 all over 2. You can leave your answer like this as well. Either you leave it like this or you can also leave it like this. It's the same thing. I've explained to you that the 2 here at the denominator affects each term at the numerator. Okay, so we can separate it by writing it as 3 root 3 all over 2 plus 5 over 2 is the same thing. Okay, so this is your final answer for simplifying the question that we have on the board. Okay, which is 2 plus root 3 all over root 3 minus 1. I hope the explanation was clear enough and you understood it as well. Don't forget to like the video and also share the video. And if you are watching for the first time, please do well to follow the page as well. See you again in another video whilst we solve more questions on this. Bye bye.